But as they walked, the noise grew louder and closer. Princess started to feel scared. "Junior, I don't like this, so I don't feel too good," she said, her voice shaking. Junior put his arm around her. "Don't worry, Princess, I'm here. We'll get out of here together." Just then, they saw the two people responsible for the noise they had been hearing. It was a couple. They were not wearing anything. Their clothes were hanging on a nearby tree. Once upon a time, in a small village in West Africa, there lived a curious and adventurous 5-year-old girl named Princess. She loved exploring the world around her, playing with her friends, and spending time with her family. Princess's older brother, Junior, was always by her side, protecting her and guiding her. One Sunday afternoon, while their mom was on the phone, talking about work-related businesses with her colleague, and Dad was tapping away at his laptop and munching his dinner, Princess and Junior decided to explore the garden behind their house. Both parents were under the tent just outside their house and looked pretty much occupied. Junior and Princess had never been to the garden before, and the tall trees and colorful flowers seemed to be calling their names. As they wandered deeper into the garden, they stumbled upon a hidden path they had never seen before. The path was narrow and winding, with tall bushes and trees on every side. "Junior, look! A secret path!" Princess exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement. Junior grinned. "Let's explore it!" As they walked along the path, they discovered new and exciting things at every turn. They saw birds building their nests, bees collecting nectar from flowers, and butterflies flitting about. Princess picked up what looked like a balloon from the ground. Junior helped her to inflate it. The balloon looked strange. It wasn't like the balloons that they are used to seeing. It was transparent, moist, and had some white milky liquid inside it. Junior tied the opening to make sure that the air within it doesn't escape. As he cleaned the milky liquid from his mouth, Princess pointed the path again. Junior grinned. "Oh, let's see where this road leads." They walked along the path, discovering new and exciting things at every turn. As they worked, the path began to narrow, and the trees grew closer together. Princess and Junior had to push aside branches and fight their way through thick bushes. Suddenly, they heard some muffled noises beside them. They turned but couldn't see anything. "What was that?" Princess asked, her voice trembling slightly. Junior looked around, his eyes scanning the surroundings. "I don't know, but let's get out of here. Let's get out." They quickly turned around and started making their way back through the path. But as they walked, the noise grew louder and closer. Princess started to feel scared. "Junior, I don't like this, so I don't feel too good," she said, her voice shaking. Junior put his arm around her. "Don't worry, Princess, I'm here. We'll get out of here together. Just then, they saw the two people responsible for the noise they had been hearing. It was a couple. They were not wearing anything. Their clothes were hanging on a nearby tree. The man was behind the wife. She sobbed lightly every time he beat her with his waist, but the sobbing was quickly accompanied by a smile. Junior and Princess didn't understand this at all. They walked through another bend so as not to be seen by the two weird people as they found their way back to the open space where they had ventured from. As they struggled to get out of the bush, a kind old man appeared out of nowhere. "Hello, my dear children," he said, his voice warm and gentle. "What are you doing back here?" Princess and Junior explained how they had stumbled upon the secret path and gotten lost. The old man listened carefully, nodding his head. I see, he said. "Well, you're lucky I found you. This garden can be tricky to navigate, especially for little ones like you." He offered them his hands and Princess and Junior took them, feeling grateful for the old man's kindness. As they walked back through the garden, the old man told them stories about the different plants and animals that lived there. Princess and Junior listened with wide eyes, fascinated by the old man's knowledge. When they finally emerged from the garden, Princess's mom was no longer on the phone with her colleague from work. She was waiting for them, looking worried. "Princess, Junior, where have you been?" she exclaimed, hugging them tightly. Princess brought out the balloon from her side. "Kondomo, oh Chineke," their mom exclaimed. She collected it from her and hugged her children tightly again. Princess and Junior explained their adventure in the garden, and their mom listened carefully, nodding her head. This time she was no longer in a hurry. A few weeks later, both Junior and Princess came down with a severe fever. Junior had boils around both ends of his lips. Not only that, Princess herself, her eyes were always yellow. Their mom took leave from work and took them to the hospital. After medical examinations, the doctor insisted that both she and her husband should be tested for hepatitis and herpes. Yes, Junior had herpes and Princess was down with hepatitis B. They both got infected after using their mouths to make contact with the so-called balloon from the bushy parts of the garden. After weeks of missed classes at school and abandoned and postponed projects at work, both kids were back to health again. Both parents met with counselors who helped them to become better parents who listened to children adequately. "I'm glad you're safe," she said, "but next time please be more careful. The garden can be a wonderful place to explore, but it is also important to be aware of your surroundings and stay safe." Princess and Junior nodded, feeling a bit ashamed but also relieved to be safe. And so Princess and Junior began their lessons with Mr. David, learning about the different plants and animals in the garden and how to respect and care for them. They also learned important lessons about safety and responsibility. As they explored the garden with Mr. David, Princess and Junior discovered a whole new world of wonder and excitement. They learned about the importance of patience, persistence, and teamwork, and they developed a deeper appreciation for the natural world. What lessons have you learned from this story? I'm sure you enjoyed this story. Please like this video and do well to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when next we drop a video. In our next video, we'll give a shout out to anyone who leaves the most engaging comment below. Thanks for watching to the end. Start your comment with the names of the children in the story and you'll be greatly considered. See you in the next video. Cheers.